All right, hello everyone. So, welcome to my zodiac series. So, as promised, I am going to go ahead and do all of the signs. I am now on fire signs, and I just finished Sagittarius, and now it is Aries' turn. Aries are probably my most favorite of the fire signs. What can I say? Okay, to start off with, Aries are a fire sign. They are ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet that is the responsible for impulsiveness, aggressiveness, assertiveness, bravery, courage. So all of those things are usually um, adjectives that describe an Aries. And Aries are very impulsive. They act very quickly without thought, but they are very fun. So to go back, they are Aries is a cardinal sign, and I talked about cardinal signs. Cardinal signs are signs that start off the seasons. So they begin things. They're the beginning of. So Aries begins the season spring. So just like what it sounds like, they like to begin, but they do not like to finish. So they begin a lot of things. So don't be surprised if you know an Aries that is always starting a new business venture. They always got the hand on this. They always gonna do this. They start doing this. They got this in the pot. They doing this, but they're not very good at finishing what they start, and that is including relationships. So let me just go back. This video is about Aries, but of course we already know that it's not going to resonate with everyone who is an Aries. So don't be all up in my comments talking about some I'm an Aries and I'm not like that, or my such and such is an Aries and they don't act nothing like that, because we're all comprised of all 12 signs. We already know that. And we could have um, very strong Aries placements and very weak Aries placements. So I'll say the strong ones. So if you have Aries at less than 15% on your chart, then you probably have a strong Aries placement. This video is probably going to resonate with you. If you have um, Mars in your any of your personal houses, so like your first house, you have the planet Mars there, or you have Aries there, this video is going to resonate with you. If you have a moon, your moon sign is in Aries, this video is probably going to resonate with you. If you have, let's just say, Mars in your fifth house of fun and creativity, this video is probably going to resonate with you. And if you have Mars or Aries in your seventh house, then what I'm talking about is probably going to resonate with you. Also, I'm going to talk about Aries at work. So if you have Aries in your sixth house, this video just might resonate with you. Or Mars, either one in your sixth house, this video might resonate with you. So let's moving forward. Aries is a sign that's opposite Libra. So you may hear me bring up Libra a lot in this video, because opposite signs really just have opposite polarities, but they really have the same characteristics. They just deal with the same thing in different ways, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I'll explain later. Okay, so Aries, like Sagittarius, are really not super great in the relationship area, because like I said, they like to begin things, but they don't like to finish it. So as quickly as they fall in love, is pretty much as quickly as they fall out of love. So they don't stick around too much. You know, you have to get a lot of the fire signs, you have to get them in their later years for them to be having that act right. Because they don't like to have the act right when they're younger. And Aries, I started off singing There's Some Holes in This House for Sagittarius, but Aries are kind of the same way. They don't like to keep it in their pants either. But their motivation is not to woo you like a Sagittarius is going to woo you. They actually just want to have sex. They have a extremely high sex drive. So if you're in a relationship with them, just give it to them because that's what they want. Um, they're the type that's like just come through. You know, they're motivated by sex and they're not trying to romanticize anything. In fact, like some of their worst sex partners are going to be like a Cancer, because a Cancer is going to want to romanticize everything. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to fall in love. They're going to want to be sensual. Aries ain't really interested in that. They want that rough stuff. And Capricorn is not a good match for them either, because Capricorn just kind of ain't interested in, they don't have that kind of sex drive. So Capricorn is probably not going to be a good fit for them either. But if I was to think of a song that really encapsulated what I feel about an Aries, I would sing this. Anytime, any place, I don't care who's around. Yes, that's their song. They don't care who's around. It's anytime, any place. You ready? You want to go? Oh, you want to go over there? Oh, you want to try it in the dryer? You want to try it on top of the dryer? What about in the washer? Have you ever tried it in the washer? I bet you never tried it in the washer. That's how an Aries are. They like that, you know? So there's no place that is off limits for them. They just will try anything. Now, this sign, I said confident, and they are extremely confident whether they have a reason to be or not. They're just going to be confident for whatever. So they have a false sense of confidence sometimes. They just, they act in a way that they don't think first all the time, and they have this extreme confidence in themselves, whether they should have it or not. Now, they're very friendly. They have a very friendly, pleasant disposition. They're the type of people that just let you do anything to them. You be like, oh, can I? I like your hair. Can I just do your hair? They kind of let you put all kinds of stuff, and they just sit there and let you do it. They're just fun, and they have a very, very friendly, pleasant disposition, but they have a quick temper. If you upset them, you make them mad, oh, they gonna see red, and they're not gonna see another color until they get what they trying to get, right? So if you want to get on a bad side of Aries, come after their family, come after their love. They fight harder for their family and friends than they do themselves. If you want to get on that bad side, come after one of them, because they are extremely loyal. They're extremely loyal friends. They're very passionate, not compassionate, passionate about what they feel and about what they love and all of those things. Let me just tell you this. If you ever hear somebody say, ooh, I'm crying mad. I'm crying because I'm mad. I'm crying because I'm mad. Or if they ever do something to my family, I will kill them. Or I'm crying because I know I'm an itch up. If they are saying something like that, be scared. Be very, very scared, because they will. They don't make them cry, because when they cry, they mad, they angry, and you cannot. You be like, hey, hey, stop, it's me. They don't see. They snap. An Aries will snap. They will snap on you, okay? And they is no talking them down once they go there, because they're not rational. So don't ever make an Aries snap and get that angry with you, especially if you see tears, because I told you, and they crying mad, they crying angry. They gonna get you. They gonna F you up. Okay? So be scared. And they're like that towards their family and friends. They're very protective. And like I said, they're very loyal. And they will fight for them more than they fight for themselves. And they're relentless. They will get you. You understand what I'm saying? And the only thing that an Aries really wants is for you to, like a little puppy, like just stroke them a little bit. Pump them up a little bit. Compliment them a little bit. That's it, because they're going to do the same thing for you. They're going to be your number one cheerleader. You stroke that ego, they're going to stroke yours. They're going to stroke yours right back. And there's another thing that I like about Aries. Aries are very generous. Like, if they give you something or they do something for you, they don't even want you to do something back for them in return. You don't have to do anything. They just want to sit back and enjoy and watch you enjoy what they've given you. They just, the feeling of them, of you smiling and saying, oh, thank you, oh my gosh, I can't believe you thought of that. Just those words just warm their soul. They just want to do something that's going to make you say, thank you. I really enjoyed this. They're generous for no reason. I feel like I'm so far. I wrote some other things down too. Let me make sure I say everything. Now, financially, they're not the best with the finances because they're so impulsive, and they can be your impulsive spenders. So they need somebody that's really grounded and really, like your second house is like finances, your personal finances. They need something. They need like Taurus in that house, or Virgo in that house, or Capricorn in that house, in order for them to, or they need Saturn in that house. Saturn is going to make them, if they have it in their second house, it's going to make them slow down on the spending and think about what it is that they're spending. Because Saturn in your second house means that in a prior lifetime, you were probably poor, and you fear being poor more than anything else. You fear having to scrape for what it is that you want. So you will be more slow to spend. But if they don't have them placements, they will spend. They need someone to just, yeah. They will burn through a credit card. They just don't have the time. I keep messing with my hair, y'all, because I had braids and my curl pattern is not, I had braids for way too long. I had them in there. And so my curl pattern is not like really snap back, but and there's so much shrinkage. But anyway, enough about me. So now on the job, now I said I was going to talk about the sixth house. Sixth house is duty, is your job. It's not your career, it's your job, okay? So on a job, they're very impulsive. On a team, when they work on a team, they're the type of person, if you're going to know who's the Aries, because they're going to be like, hey, yeah, I got it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And so on a team, you could say, let's collaborate, let's plan. Let's give us the opportunity to figure out our plan and what we're gonna do. Aries ain't thinking about no plan. Aries just wants to do. They want to act. They want to go ahead and get it done. They're very impulsive. They don't really think things through. So all of that planning, it just bores them. They're not going to want to do that. They're the ones that act. And you're sitting there, if you're the planner like me, I'm a Virgo, I'm sitting there like, wait, hold on. We're not ready yet. We're not ready to, no. Let's just stop. Just wait. That will burn up somebody who is a planner and who's a strategic thinker, because an Aries, they don't want to do that. They just want to do it. They just want to act, and then they want to move on to something new, because after that, after they started something, they're on to the next thing, including relationships. I'll say that again. Now, when I said that they can be very impulsive and aggressive, because Mars is an aggressive planet, and that's who rules Aries, they don't have to be. They're not super mean people, and they're not always aggressive. They can be competitive. So say for instance, they're in a competitive sport, then that kind of curtails some of that aggression. So they really should try to get themselves in a competitive sport or something like that, where they're being competitive, because that will curtail some of that aggression. Otherwise, you'll see them snapping people's heads off, biting people's heads off. They quick, and they always got to have something to say, and they're gonna be, first of all, they're gonna be that. You don't want them to be that, because like I said, they're relentless, and they have some snapbacks, and they will hurt your feelings. Telling you. Also, I wanted to talk about the way they dress. Not the women so much, the men. The men have such a unique style of dressing. They dress so good. So like Scorpio men dress really well too. Virgo men dress very well too. But let me just tell you the difference. Okay. So a Virgo man is going to dress very classic. He's going to have a clean, black, well-cut suit. All black, all gray, all brown, all blue, all beige, all like that, right? Aries, if they have on a black pant, it's going to be well fit on them. You're going to be able to see their cuts, because the Aries rules the first house. The first house is your house of identity, of appearance, of what you look like. So Aries are really, really into their appearance. They're the people that's usually your gym rats. They usually, especially the men, they usually getting their body together. They're always pumping iron. And they make sure their chest, their pecs are sticking out. They don't want to show that in their clothes. So the way an Aries dress, they may have on a black pant and make sure it's gonna fit. You're gonna see their thigh muscle. Their thigh muscle. See, you thought I was going somewhere else with it, but I'm not. You're gonna see their thigh muscle, and through their pants, and they're gonna have on. They're not gonna have a black suit coat on with it. They're gonna have on. Why does this feel like it's just? They're gonna have on that jacket with the silver on it, or the gold on it, and it's gonna have paisley. It's gonna have a pattern on it. It's gonna be shiny. It's gonna make you pay attention. And the shirt that's under it, they're gonna make sure that it's fitting, and it's gonna show their pecs, and it's gonna show what they're working with. Aries men dress really nice. They make you look at them. I'm just telling you, and they know how to make their clothes fit. They wear clothes that look like it's fit just for them. There are now the women, not so much. The women can be kind of basic. They dress very classic, like in basic black suits and basic colors and basic shapes and they're not as flashy as the men. The men are they really like that. So yeah, the way the women dress, they sway from like a classic style to very comfy. So not sloppy, but just a comfortable fit clothes. It's nothing very flashy about the way they dress. So like Sarah Jessica Parker, she's like very classic. She wears very classic clothes, very clean, just classic fit, right? Not trendy, not like a Sagittarius, not trendy, not bright or flashy like a Leo, just classic. Now, Jill Scott is an Aries too. She dresses more on the comfy side. Shaka Khan is an Aries. She wears a lot of layers, a lot of. Now, when she was younger, she was a little bit more showing her body, a little bit more, but it's still like, it's not that much that you're gonna pay attention to. Now another Aries that, and I'm gonna tell you, this man is typical Aries. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is an Aries. He's like epitomizes Aries. Now on stage, when he is on at work, he's very funny, very endearing. You like him. He's got that laid back, easygoing disposition that I talked about. But in an interview, about that life, he's very serious. He can snap you up. You say something he don't like, he's very serious. He's gonna snap you up, and he's not that fun person when he's being interviewed. He's not. He's just a little bit more on the serious side. Like, what is it that you need to know? But he dresses very nice, and you see how his suits are always cut and sitting on him nicely. They're not too big. Everything is made just for his body. He's just, and you see what now, I'm not talking about the one he with now. I don't know about this one he married now, but Nicole Murphy kind of compliments. So they have Aries men like to have that model-esque type of chick that compliments their ego, because they do rule the first house, and it's all about appearances, and they want that same person that's next to them that's all about appearances, that makes them look good, kind of in a narcissistic way, but you know what I mean. They want that type of energy, because if they gonna be looking good, then the person with them, I cannot stop touching my hair, the person with them is going to be looking good. So that's Aries. But I really love Aries. Aries is my favorite. I hope I did y'all some justice, Aries, and I think I got everything in there. I really love the Aries because they so sweet and so generous and so fun and just funny, but don't get them mad. Warning. All right, I hope that was that covers Aries. If there's anything that I forgot, comments below. Bye for now.